Hello to everybody. இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்க்க போற டாபிக்ஸ் வந்து complex numbers and quadratic equations. JEE mathematics ல இன்னொரு important chapter. One more important chapter we need to see today. So simple இன்னைக்கு பார்க்க போறோம் complex numbers and quadratic equations. Firstly we should define what is complex numbers and quadratic equations. Complex numbers nothing but if you take some complex number, some numbers x square plus 1 equal to 0, the value of x cannot be defined, it does not have any solution, then x square becomes minus 1. So x square becomes x square plus 1 equal to 0 means x square equal to minus 1 and x does not have defined. That means it does not have any solution and this is represented as I. Is the definition of first definition of a complex number first. So it is a set of complex numbers which is having both integers and also all real numbers and imaginary numbers. So the set of complex numbers are represented in the form z equal to a plus ib. This is a standard form of a complex number and this also be represented as the standard form and this also be represented as in point form also. This is by organ term where a is real part and b is imaginary part, in which real part is always occurs in the x-axis and imaginary part always in the y-axis. Right, and another denotation of complex number is z equal to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. This is called polar form of a complex number. So here r is called the modulus of a complex number. What is modulus? Nothing but root of a square plus b square. Again I should say where a is real part and b is imaginary part. So r is equal to root of a square plus b square is a modulus of the complex number and theta is a argument of the complex number, in which theta is nothing but a principal value. That is called, what is principal value can be defined as four things with respect to quadrants. Suppose if any acute angle, let alpha be theta be the acute angle, then alpha is a principal angle, then alpha equal to theta if theta lies in first quadrant, because here alpha is a principal angle in which I considered here theta. That is r is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. Here theta is principal angle. Let us take alpha be the principal angle. Here if theta lies in first quadrant, then alpha is equal to theta. That means principal angle is theta. That is, if theta lies in second quadrant, then principal angle becomes pi minus theta. Whereas if theta lies in third quadrant, then principal angle becomes theta minus pi. Whereas if theta lies in fourth quadrant, then principal angle becomes alpha is equal to minus theta. This is how to define the principal angle when you define those things in polar form. R into cos of principal angle plus I into sin of principal angle is a polar form of a complex numbers. So polar form was defined as those. This is one of the main reasons for a main definition of complex numbers and results. Right. Next, an important concept about cube roots of unity. What is meant by cube roots of unity? Let us take x equal to 1 power 1 by 3. That is 1 power 1 by 3 is the cube root of unity. Now, how to find the value of x using this? Find the values of x. That means x equal to 1 power 1 by 3. So cubing both sides gives you x cube is equal to 1. Now this will become x cube minus 1 equal to 0. And x minus 1 using a cube minus b cube formula, this will become x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Now solving this, x minus 1 equal to 0 or x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. So this will become x equal to 1 or x equal to, using the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, it gives you minus 1 plus or minus root 3I by 2. So these are three values. One value is equal to x equal to 1 and x equal to minus 1 plus root 3I by 2 and another value is x equal to minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. So these three values are assigned in cube roots of unity as represented by using three quantities omega, omega square, omega cube. So I can take omega cube is equal to 1. This omega cube is equal to 1 and omega is equal to minus 1 plus root 3I by 2 and omega square equal to minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. These are the three values, fixed values of those three quantities. Omega cube is equal to 1, omega is equal to this much and omega square this much. So when you square omega, it gives you, obviously your option is right, assumption is right. If you square omega, it gives you this. If you multiply these two things, it gives you 1. automatically. Suppose if you add these three things, the answer becomes 1 plus omega square equal to 0 is a popular result from cube roots of unity. 1 plus omega square equal to 0. And also we can have one more result, omega cube is equal to 1. These two results are most important by solving the complex numbers, using the cube roots of unity. The problem is based on cube roots of unity. Alright, now we have results like in complex numbers and also using cube roots of unity, we have 1 plus omega square equal to 0 and omega cube is equal to 1. These two results mostly used in solving JEE problems. And next we will come to quadratic equations. What is the quadratic equations? As you know already, the quadratic equation is the form of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a should not be equal to 0, because if it becomes 0, this will become linear. As we know already, because since second degree equation, a quadratic equation should have two roots. One is alpha and other is beta. Of course, the values of x. So the sum of the roots becomes alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta, the product of roots is equal to c by a. Right. So these are the some of the important things in solving a to b plus c equal to 0, and alpha and beta roots of the equation, the sum of the roots and product of the roots. This has two roots. While solving these two roots, we can able to two methods, means by factorization and also by using the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. We can able to find out the values of x as directly. Suppose if you want to find out the two roots, the sum of the roots and product of the roots, we can use this formula alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a and alpha beta equal to c by a. Now the type of problems you can ask again and again in JEE mains problems. Okay. The first I've already told you, the problems mostly based on two things. One is based on the cube roots of unity, as I said already, the cube roots of unity, and also based on the quadratic, some of the quadratic equations based on the trigonometric ratios. Again, we'll come to using the solving the quadratic equation by using some trigonometric ratios. So we are in position to teach complex numbers along with quadratic equations. Sometimes the problems may be related, both the topics, complex numbers and quadratic. As we see, we should see some problems are based on those things first. Okay. Now, the problems based on those types mainly based on one more quadratic equations, based on that is what trigonometric functions like degree, tan 45, tan 30, tan 60, like using ratios and angles. Yes. Now we will see one other problem in complex numbers. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0, then alpha per 2009 plus beta per 2009 is what? The given options are minus 2, 2, 1 and minus 1. Now how to solve this problem? Of course, just analyzing, we need to find the values of x, nothing but alpha and beta. So we don't know the values of alpha. Of course, if you have all values of alpha, it is not possible to find the powers up to this much, 2009 and also beta for 2009. So how to solve this problem? Now using alpha and beta, the roots of the equation, we need to solve the equation. What is alpha and beta? Nothing but values of x. So of course we need to solve the values of x by using the formula minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, x square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. X square minus x plus 1 equal to 0. Now x becomes minus 1 plus or minus root of b square 1 minus 4ac 1 minus 4 by 2, 1 plus or minus, this will become minus 3, it becomes root of 3i, in which I is equal to root of minus 1, because root of minus 3 becomes root 3 into root minus 1, it becomes root 3i by 2. So we have two values from this. One value is alpha, nothing but x has two values. I can define these two values as two terms, alpha and beta. Alpha is equal to 1 plus root 3i by 2 and beta equal to 1 minus root 3i by 2. As I said already, the values of alpha and beta are this much, and this should be arranged in terms of cube roots of unity. Easy to solve the problem by substituting the values here. So what is the value of omega? As you explained already just before, 2 minutes before, minus 1 plus root 3i by 2, the value of omega is this much, and omega square is nothing but minus 1 minus root 3i by 2. So just comparing these two values with this. What do you infer? This is minus 1, this is minus 1, but here it is plus 1. So we need to change these two values according to this, so that it is possible to name these two values as omega and omega square. As we think these are values of x, we already know this. So just substituting the values of alpha and beta here. Of course, by substituting these two values here, it is not possible to find out the powers of this much values. 100% it is not possible. So we should change this in terms of omega and omega square. But the values are entirely different. So change these values according to this. So first of all, I take this value, take minus outside, put this minus here, minus 1. Here it is minus, minus into minus becomes plus. And put one more minus, minus into minus becomes plus again. This will becomes root 3I by 2. See this minus, what is this actually? Omega square. Now I change the entire value, alpha becomes omega square, very smallest value of x. Okay, now beta 1. Again take minus here outside, put minus 1 here by saying this minus 1. Here it is minus, minus into minus plus. So here it is minus, so we need to put plus here, plus into minus minus, put root 3I here by 2. So this will become, just refer this formula, minus omega. So now substitute those two representations here. Alpha per 2009 plus beta per 2009. What is alpha here? Minus omega square whole power 2009. See? Plus minus omega, that is plus. What is here? Plus minus omega power 2009. Now this will become minus omega power 4018. Am I right? Just multiply these two things. This will become minus, that is plus of course, minus omega power 2009. Now we need to check how many 3's are here, how many 3's are here. That we need to find out. How many 3's are here? Just divide 4018 by 3, because I want value of omega cube. It becomes omega cube values becomes 1. So how many 3's are in 4018 and also how many 3's are in 2009, we need to check. So that much of 3 becomes 1. So how many 3's are here? Divide this by 3. 1 3's are 3. Remaining 1, 0. 3 3's are 9. Remaining 1, 11. Again 3 3's are 9. Remaining 2. Okay, 8. Remaining 9. So 9 3's are 27. Remaining is 1. So 1 omega stands here. So reason 1 3 3, see 1 3's are 3, 3 3's are 9, remaining 1, and the remaining 3 3's are 9 again. So remaining 2, 9 3's are 27, remaining what, 8's are 1. So remaining is 1. So this much of 1 3 3 9 into 3, this much things becomes 1. This whole thing becomes 1. Omega cube is equal to 1. This whole thing becomes 1. So remaining is 1. So remaining one is omega. This will becomes omega minus omega. So this whole thing becomes this much. Means I can write like this, minus omega power 1 omega power 3 whole power 1339 into omega. So when you multiply these two things and add up to this one, it gives you this much. Again this will becomes, what is 2009? Check. 2009 again by 3. How many 3's are here? 6 3's are 18. Remaining 2, 0. Again 6 3's are 18. Remaining 2, 29. 7 times, 7, 9 times. 9 3's are 27. Remaining 2, these 2 what? What is 2 now? I can write this minus omega cube. You take plus here and you take minus here. And again you take minus here, because plus into minus is minus. Of course we know this. Omega cube whole power 669. When you multiply these two things, the remaining becomes 2. So this will become omega square. As you know already, this part becomes 1. This part becomes 1. This is minus omega square, because minus into plus, minus. Minus into plus, minus. Okay. Now this will become minus omega square. The final answer. Take minus outside. Omega plus omega square. As we discussed earlier, just before 3 minutes, we know the formula 1 plus omega square equal to 0. From this equation, omega plus omega square equal to minus 1. This is a popular formula what we discussed earlier. So this will become minus into minus 1. So answer becomes 1. So the option is, where is the option here? Minus 2 to 1. So this is our option. So option for this sum is 1. Sorry, C is the correct option. Next we will see one more problem under this. If z equal to x minus iy and z power 1 by 3 equal to p plus iq, then x by p plus y by q by p square plus q square equal to how much? The options are 1, minus 1, 2 and minus 2. How to solve this problem? See, of course, most of problems in IIT JEE mains, most of problems are not by shooting shortcut methods. Most of problems are we need to do using long cuts. Because we need to do the problems and very quickest way is the only way to get and score marks by doing IIT JEE problems. Because not all the we should not confirm that not all the problems are having shortcuts. Most of the problems are having some long cuts only. We need to do the problems and solving by using minimum it takes up to 1 page. Only thing we need to do the problems or solving very in quickest way to get the answers. Right. You know the problem like this is nothing but z equal to x minus y by y and z equal to p plus iq. Now we need to find the values of course z x and y or something method. Right. Substitute the value of z equal to here. So put z equal to here. X minus iy whole power 1 by 3 equal to p plus iq. Now cubing both sides, this will give you x minus iy is equal to p plus iq whole cube. Now using the formula of a plus b whole cube, this will become p cube plus 3 p square qi plus 3 p I square q square plus iq q cube. So formula for a plus b whole cube, nothing but a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Right. This will become p cube plus 3 p square q I, and this will become minus 3 p q square. This will become minus q cube I, because I cube is nothing but I square into I, and I square is minus 1, minus into I is equal to I, minus I. So this will become x minus iy is equal to this much. So this is the important step here. We need to find the values of x or y, and from this you need to bring this entire equation in this pattern. How it is possible? Equating the real part and imaginary part. Now x equal to, what is imaginary part, real part here? This is real part and this is imaginary part. Real part here is p cube, and where is the real part? One more real part here, minus 3pq square. Now divide by p here, x by p is equal to p square minus 3q square. Let this be first equation. Next thing, imaginary part. Here it is minus y is equal to, what is imaginary part here? 3p square q, see, and minus q cube is imaginary part. Changing the sign, this will become y is equal to minus 3p square q plus q cube. Divide this by q, this will become y by q equal to minus 3p square plus q square. Let this equation number 2. When you add this 1 plus 2, it gives you 1 plus 2 gives you x by p plus y by q equal to, check. Now check. P square minus 3p square. P square minus 3p square becomes minus 2p square. And one more thing, minus 3q square plus q square becomes minus 2q square. Take minus 2 outside, this will become p square plus q square. Now from the problem, what is the problem here? From the problem, what is here? X by p, the value of minus 2 into p square plus q square. There already one more p square plus q square. Get cancelled. This will give you minus 2, and option here found out this much. So fourth option is our final option, right? This is the easy way to find out the answer. Now the next problem under this, another type of problem. If z square plus z plus 1 equal to 0, then the value of z plus 1 by z whole square, like this, z square, z cube whole square, z power 4 and z power 5 whole square, this much thing, whole thing. When you add those 6 things, will gives you the answer 18, 12 or 24 or 50. We need to check this. So now by seeing this problem, of course the first doubt arises you, what is the value of z? So we need to find the values of z here. How to find the values of z? That is the major thing. Nothing else. no need to find the values of z here. We already know this equation z square plus z plus 1 equal to 0 is the one of the values of the cube roots of the equation. We know already this equation z square plus z plus 1 equal to 0 as roots omega or omega square, omega and omega square. This as roots. We have solved just before 20 minutes before we solved this problem. The values of the roots of this equation is omega and omega square. Right. Now we take one of the roots, given values of 1, just take one of the values, z. We take z value is equal to omega. And also we know the formula omega cube is equal to 1. Take z equal to omega. And also we need to remember the formula omega cube is equal to 1. That is the important facts to remember here. Right. Now put z equal to omega here. Z plus 1 by z whole square equal to z plus 1 by z whole square equal to how much? Z plus 1 by z whole square equal to z. What is the value of z? Omega plus. I can take 1 as, I won't write 1 as omega cube by omega the whole square. So just cancel this omega square. So omega plus omega square the whole square. We know this omega plus omega square equal to minus 1 the whole square. Answer is 1. Like this we need to solve all the problems like this. Z plus z square plus 1 by z square whole square equal to omega square plus omega cube by omega square whole square. Z square plus 1 by z square whole square equal to omega square plus 1 by, that is omega cube by omega square whole square equal to omega square plus cancel this. So omega the whole square, this will become minus 1 the whole square equal to 1. Similarly solve this other thing, z cube plus 1 by z cube whole square, this will become 1 plus 1 the whole square becomes 4. Again z power 4 plus 1 by z power 4 the whole square becomes omega power 4 plus omega power 6 by omega power 4, being omega power 6 is 1 because omega cube is equal to 1. Here omega cube is equal to 1, so omega cube into omega, this will become omega. If you cancel this, this will become omega square. So this will become omega plus omega square the whole square becomes again minus 1 the whole square 1. Right, z power 5 plus 1 by z power 5 the whole square. Again this will become omega power 5 is nothing but omega cube into omega square. So this will become omega square plus omega power 6 by omega power 5 becomes omega. It gives you again the answer is 1. So last thing is z power 6 plus 1 by z power 6 the whole square, nothing but omega power 6 plus 1. Nothing but 1 plus 1 the whole square. Is answer is 4. These are the values of those 6 things. So add these 6, 1 plus 1 plus 4, 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 1 5. Want to check how much? This is 1 and this is how much? Z square plus 1 is another 1, 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 4 6, 6 plus 1 7, 7 plus 1 8, 8 plus 4 12. So answer is 12 and that is our option B is our correct answer. That's all. And this thing is enough for the problem. Next we will see that other video session we will have the discussion of problems on quadratic equations. Bye. Thank you.